Welcome back to another video. Let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a truck that blends brute power with cutting-edge technology, a machine that doesn't just drive but dominates the road? Meet the 2025 Toyota Tundra. But before you assume it's just another truck review, hold on, because today, we're going deeper. We'll break down whether this beast is a smart financial move or a money pit in disguise. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know if this is your ticket to wealth, or a detour to regret. First things first, power. The 2025 Tundra doesn't just move, it conquers. Under the hood, Toyota has packed a twin-turbo V6 hybrid engine, pushing out a jaw-dropping 437 horsepower. Now, let that sink in for a second. That's more power than some sports cars, in a truck built to haul, tow, and take on anything. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just raw muscle. The hybrid system means better fuel efficiency, which, let's be real, in today's economy, is a game changer. Imagine paying less at the pump while driving something that feels like it could tow your entire neighborhood. But here's the real question. Does this power translate into long-term value? Speaking of value, let's talk about the real reason you're here: money. Trucks aren't cheap, and the 2025 Tundra is no exception. With a starting price pushing $60,000, this isn't a small decision. But here's a thought: if you're going to spend, shouldn't it be on something that holds its value? Historically, Toyota trucks have some of the best resale values in the industry. Why? Because they last. And when you're thinking long-term wealth, depreciation is your worst enemy. Ever heard of someone flipping a truck for a profit years later? Probably not, but with the Tundra, the resale game is strong. Now, is that enough to justify the price tag? Not yet. Let's dig deeper. Technology and luxury. Two words you probably don't associate with a rugged truck. But Toyota had other plans. Step inside, and you're greeted with a massive 14-inch touchscreen, a digital driver's display, and materials that actually feel premium. None of that cheap plastic nonsense. It's like stepping into a tech company's boardroom, except this boardroom can climb a mountain. And let's talk about the tech that makes your life easier. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a panoramic sunroof, and an advanced driver assistance system that basically watches your back while you drive. But here's where it gets tricky. Does luxury in a truck really matter, or is it just a flashy distraction? Now, let's bring things back to reality. Performance, price, tech, it all sounds good, but what happens when the rubber meets the road? The Tundra has a max towing capacity of 12,000 pounds, and its adaptive suspension makes driving on rough terrain feel like floating on air. But here's something they won't tell you in the commercials. This truck is big. Like, really big. If you've never driven something this size, be prepared for some tight parking situations. And speaking of surprises, let's talk about maintenance. Toyota's reliability is legendary, but when things do go wrong, hybrid repairs aren't cheap. So, is the Tundra an investment, or is it setting you up for hidden costs? And here's the million-dollar question: who is this truck really for? If you're someone who needs power, reliability, and future-proof tech, the Tundra is a solid choice. But if you're buying it just for the looks, ask yourself, are you investing in a vehicle, or are you trying to impress people at stoplights? The difference could be thousands of dollars sitting in your bank account instead of being tied up in a depreciating asset. Because here's the reality. Making smart financial choices isn't about what looks good today. It's about what sets you up for tomorrow. So, what's the verdict? The 2025 Toyota Tundra is powerful, luxurious, and built to last. But is it a path to wealth? That depends on how you use it. If it's making you money, through business, hauling, or smart ownership, it's a tool. If it's just a status symbol, it's a liability. And when it comes to financial success, you know which side you want to be on. Before you go, here's something you can't afford to miss. If you want to build true wealth, it's not just about what you buy, but how you grow your money. Check out my next video on the power of compounding. Trust me, it'll change the way you think about wealth forever. Click it now, and I'll see you there.